Well, 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 well. Welcome to Rogan Sports. How are you and where are you watching it from? We are really doing this here on the Rokani Sports. We do close to 90% Manchester United news in here all over the world, and thank you guys for watching it. It's always nice having you here on this channel because it's always nice really to bring you the news when you guys are really aware. It's really late and I really treasure all those people that are really watching it today. I already see someone in here watching it. I don't know who that person is, by the way, because I'm surprised because it's really late in here in my country. It's close to coming to morning, but if at all there is someone who is really watching in, it's really something great to see to it that I'm really presenting to some people who are really in here watching. Now, all what I can let you know is that Mason Greenwood has today broken a record, and that has happened in the game of Aston Villa when Greenwood really scored that goal. Remember, the highest scoring teenager of Manchester United was Wayne Rooney, and he was at 15 goals, and Mason Greenwood had already hit the 15 goals. Was Wayne Rooney at 15, and Mason Greenwood had tied with him at 15, having equaled that record. Now today he has broken that record when he scored that goal against the team which goes by the name of Aston Villa in there. So Mason Greenwood is the lad in there for you. Mason is really on fire, and he's the lad in there for you. And I have someone known as McGoldrick, calls him a generational talent. Yes, he's really one of those talents that are really have been rare into the Premier League, especially when you see the likes of Wayne Rooney, Cristiano Ronaldo, who else? Gareth Bale. Did Sterling really be at his level? Sterling is not really an exceptional player. When you talk about exceptional players, you cannot bring Sterling in this league because he's not yet in this level, because the level we are talking about is really the world-class level. You look at the player, look at the goal that he scored against Aston Villa that really saw him break the record of Wayne Rooney. The way he really took off that player and he created small space into that defender, and in front of him there were two defenders, and the speed that he used really to turn around and hit that ball into the back of the net really is really incredible. And I can tell you, Mason Greenwood has a bright future ahead of him. So guys, Mason Greenwood has broken this record. Remember, the highest scoring teenagers for Manchester United were one goes by the names of Wayne Rooney at 15 goals, Marcus Rashford at 13, Ryan Giggs at 12, and Cristiano Ronaldo only managed to score 8. So that is really something that really could help Mason Greenwood go to the Euros, especially in his scoring form that he is in, because the likes of people like Bamford scoring at Leeds does not really make a very big alarm to people who really know football, because we know to it that Leeds is really a junior team. But looking at a man like Mason Greenwood scoring at United really makes a lot of alarms. And when you look at Bamford, 27 years old, Mason Greenwood is really at 19. And as you know, the manager of England, who goes by the names of Southgate, really loves to see these people, the lads, the young lads, really he favors them a lot. When you remember the team that he really got and ferried to the World Cup in there. You saw what happened in there. So you really remember what really happened in there. And it was really great to see to it that England really reached the semi-finals and they really played there, but all was in vain. But all I can promise you is that Mason Greenwood really has broken the record of a man who goes by the names of Wayne Rooney. He's now the highest scoring teenager of Manchester United. Now, very many people will ask yourselves that, Mason, what is he done special? He has done lots of special things for us this season, and he has really scored goals that have really seen United really come out and win. And I really fancy him a lot because he's really that class of player that you look at him, he brings memories of Robin van Persie in me, especially with that sweet left foot. If at all you can go back and remember, there is a goal that he scored that really made him look like Van Persie. I think that game it was against West Ham, yes. In that game against West Ham, when West Ham really got a lead into the first half, and the first half ended 1-0. And by the way, in that game, West Ham would have scored even very many more goals than those that really came up and showed up. The one that Declan Rice really came up and scored. So in the second half, we come in. Who scored an equalizer? I think it was it Paul Pogba? I think it was Paul Pogba or Bruno. One of those scoring an equalizer. Having scored an equalizer, Mason Greenwood puts United into the lead by really pulling up that move. The way he really pulled up that ball, I think it came in from Luke Shaw or Bruno Fernandes, one of those. He really pulled up with skill and style, and he hit the ball into the back of the net. And guess what? The rest was history, and United went ahead to go win that game by 3-1. Rashford really sitting in that game in there. But I remember that game, Bruno, Mason, and Rashford really came up to the score sheet. So what I can promise you is that he is really a generational talent. He's really that lad that you really love to see all the time, because he's really good. And good to see to it that he has really come out and scored that goal, breaking that record that was being held by Wayne Rooney in there, and Mason Greenwood breaking that record. And guys, Mason Greenwood is going to break many records. Trust me, he's really going to score. He's going to break very many records, I can promise you, because of his talent and everything that he's doing right now. It's really out of this world. People are talking about the Kylian Mbappes of this world, but guys, when you look at the swift foot and how talented this lad is, I think you cannot compare him to Mbappe. And that's why I really come out to tell people that why should United go in for Haaland? Yet we already have a number 9 who is 19 years of age. We have the Hugels of this world, and there is this young black lad that is being brought in here by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to really future in, and he's really doing great. So that shows you how much United is all about, and we are really up to this. And this lad is really doing great at Manchester United, and I don't see the reason as to why we bring in the likes of Haaland. People talking of a number 9. Guys, United has enough forwards, and by the way, United's problem is not goals. United is not suffering from goals. That's what you should know. United has been scoring goals, but what we are suffering from is who are those people that are really going to come in and really protect these goals from Manchester United, especially when we come in and score. That defense, especially conceding stupid goals like the one we've conceded today. How could you really, how could that Barton Traore turn and then hit that ball when Victor Lindelof couldn't even put him on pressure or press him high such that he does not even shoot? He had to shield him off, but the way the guy turned, that means that he was not even feeling a defender on him. So such bad quality defender at Manchester United has costed us the title. Because if at all you guys remember, United had reached an extent when it was just 1 point behind Man City. And it being 1 point behind Man City, it went ahead to lose against a team which goes by the names of Sheffield. And remember, that was a game in hand. If at all United won that game, it would have gone 2 points ahead of Man City. And then we went ahead to draw against Arsenal on the weekend. Was it even Leicester? So very many games really came in. We drew, we lost. So those are the games that we've really lost at Manchester United. And all the games United has lost this season, they've lost them at home. Crystal Palace 3-1. Tottenham Hotspur 6-1, Sheffield 2-1. I think United has lost 4 games in the Premier League. There is another one that I'm trying to forget. Arsenal, Crystal Palace, Sheffield, Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, those are the 4 games that United really lost at home this season. So to me, I really think Greenwood is really that lad that is really going to do great at Manchester United. He's really going to do good things at Manchester United, and let's look forward. Watch that lad. I promise you, he's really going to surprise many of you. But for me, I really think the forward is done. We need a CDM, we need a central defender, and a right winger. If at all you get those 3, and if at all the Glazers are really going to do what they promised to Manchester United fans, as they really wrote that later from Joe Glazer. Sorry for that. if at all the United fans are really going, the Glazers are going to do that and bring it more forwards. Guys, let Cavani give us his last season at United, and the rest is going to be history at Manchester United. We are going to see very many goals coming in and being scored in here at Manchester United. If at all you get those three players, a centre back, though we really don't expect to get one, because the one that we expected to get, it should be a world class. And if at all Eric Bay really has signed in, and these games that Harry Maguire is out, Eric Bay is really going to come out and prove that he's really that defender that we really love at United. But the problem is he's an injury prone player, so I think United needs to do many more things. Now, Mason Greenwood being at Manchester United, playing off the right wing, scoring those goals, he is really that player that United is eyeing. And when you look in the academy, there are very many exciting players, guys. There are very many exciting players. So to me, I really think United's future is bright, as very many people don't think so. But to me, I really think so, because I know what it means when a team like United is really building up. When you look in the midfield, there is Ghana away at loan in Nottingham Forest. He scored a 30-yarder goal in there. By the way, when you look at him, he's a Pogba, but a more advanced one, because Paul Pogba really is a huge lad. But when you look at what Pogba does, Ghana can do exactly what Paul Pogba is doing. So to me, I really think United has quality on it, because Ghana, he's better than Tom Cleverley, by the way, because Tom Cleverley really reached an extent where he couldn't maintain the pressure at Manchester United. But when you look at Ghana, he's like, he plays deep and he really moves that space. He's like an improved defensive midfielder, because he will really sit, if I don't tell him that sit into that position, he will really sit, and he can really control the ball, like not like the Scott McTominays of this world, who cannot really put a couple of touches together. So this is a player that I really think United is, and the academy is really giving us more yield. So look at Twanzebe. If I told Twanzebe had stayed at Aston Villa and giving him some big game, some or more playing time, he would have been one of the best players we've seen at Manchester United. But because look at Dean Henderson, is one of the best examples. Loaned at Sheffield for 2 seasons, showcases, and then he comes back and displaces David De Gea, and they really want to take off David De Gea from Manchester United. So when you look at that, it shows you that if I told you to leave this lad in there, you would have seen him being one of the best into this generation. The same applies to Angel Gomez. If I told Angel Gomez had been loaned to a team that was really doing great, and he really was given some time, especially in the Championship or in the Premier League, lower teams, he would have been one of the great players, because he is that player that United had been lacking for so long, and he was kept at United for so long. Remember the first player, I think the first manager who gave him a debut was Jose Mourinho. He was at 17 years and even scored. So keeping him at the club since 2018 to 2020, 3 years, I think they would have loaned him either to Germany or any other team, and he would have been growing as a player, and by the time he really reached 20 years, he would have been a beneficial player to Manchester United. But I think Greenwood is one of those exceptional talents that does not even, he never needed even to be loaned. He made his announcement ever since in the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era, the first pre-season, when he really went there and scored his first senior goal for Manchester United. That is Mason Greenwood for you. And in that season of 2019-2020, he scored a total of 17 goals in total. So Mason Greenwood, this season, he has so far scored 10 in total in all competitions. So that shows you that he is really doing great, and Mason Greenwood is going to be that lad that we are really going to enjoy this entire. I think these lads like Mason Greenwood, English in nature or English in origin, they really don't want to leave. They really don't want to see themselves leave Manchester United. They really feel like they love the club and they can die for the club. So that is Mason Greenwood in there for you. He has scored 6 goals in the Premier League, meaning last season he scored 10 Premier League goals. You remember that it means this season has scored 6. So that puts his tally too. That Mason on fire, that is wrestling 316. Hafaroma says, I love him too. Alright, thank you. Now, for those that are watching in, you can also tell me you're watching in from, and you can tell me what you think about Mason Greenwood. We see him as a generational talent at Manchester United. He's one of the best, by the way. And when I look at people really talking of us signing the likes of the Eric Haaland, Harry Kane, I think that's really not news. The only player that I think United can go for, and it's because of the money, is Cristiano Ronaldo, because Cristiano Ronaldo comes with goals, and it's bad for him in Italy because it looks like his team is going to play Europa League, and I don't think Ronaldo can play Europa League. If at all Lionel Messi, that means he has given a Ballon d'Or to Lionel Messi, because Lionel Messi is still in Barcelona, and Barcelona is going to play into the Champions League, and I don't see anywhere Ronaldo is going to play Europa League. So that means Ronaldo is really going to leave Juventus if Juventus doesn't really play or make it the UEFA Champions League this season. So when I look at the table of Italy, it's really an amazing one when you look at it, because it shows you that the chances of Juventus have really slimmed down, because they are the Serie A has 20 teams. Yes, it's like the Premier League. It has close to 20 teams in it, and it having close to 20 teams in it, what does it mean? It means each and every team has to play 38 games. Being there to play 38 games, a team being able to play 38 games, they've so far played 35, and playing 35, Napoli, Milan, Atalanta, all those teams, there is a difference of 1 point between Napoli and Juventus. Juventus lost today to AC Milan, and AC Milan saw itself raise up to the 3rd position. Now, when you look at the fixtures of Juventus, what can save it? It's it having one of these teams that are really in the top 4. But if at all the teams in the top 4 really continue winning, that means Juventus is really going to miss out onto. All right, they have Sassuolo, they have Inter Milan, and Bologna. So they have to win these 3 games, and them winning these 3 games, it shows you that they have to play for the likes of Napoli. I'm really trying to bring the chemistry to see that shows that Ronaldo can come to Manchester United. You might have just joined in, but I really want to show you it's possible for Juventus not to make it to the Champions League and play UEFA Europa League. Yes, when you look at Napoli, they have Udinese, they have Verona and Fiorentina. I think they can win all of those games. Now let's look at AC Milan. AC Milan remaining fixtures, they are the ones that I'm looking at. Lastly, as I really wind up this video, I don't really want it to be long. As I really wind up this video, when you look at Napoli, they're having Torino, they're having Calgary. Yes, oh my God. So that means so there is a game between Atalanta and Milan that can save Juventus' season. So that's the only game, if at all, this team that goes by the names of Juventus goes ahead to win. If it does not win those games, that means Ronaldo is not going to be playing. But so I think Ronaldo can come at Manchester United, but the likes of Eric Haaland and the rest that people have been talking about, rumors that are really going to come in, I really don't see them coming at United, because it's nothing at United, because we have people who can score goals. So Mason Greenwood has broken the Wayne Rooney record that has been standing there for how many years? You know, Rooney was last a teenager. Close to how many years ago? Because he's now like 35. That means he was last a teenager 16 years ago. So the record had been there for 16 years, and the lad has broken it. Feel free to go into the comment section and tell me what you think about Mason Greenwood being regarded as one of the best talents that United has ever produced from the academy. In them, Marcus Rashford doing great, but Mason Greenwood is on fire. So thank you for watching it, guys. Mason Greenwood has been the record of Wayne Rooney. You can as well go to the comment section and tell us what you think about Mason Greenwood and